friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Marissa, and we are continuing our series called Understanding the Standards. Today we are looking at second grade writing standard number 3, narrative writing. It's a little bit long, so bear with me. It says, write narratives in which they recount a well-elaborated event or short sequence of events, include details to describe actions, thoughts, and feelings, use temporal words to signal event order, and provide a sense of closure. Okay, let's dive in. This standard requires 4 different things, and the first one talks about a well-elaborated event or a short sequence of events. So what that means, a well-elaborated event is one thing that happens. So maybe a soccer game you played in, or a musical recital, or a short sequence of events could be multiple things happening in a short time. So a camping trip or a field trip all day, something that spans a little bit more time. But the point here is that it needs to be a little bit more elaborated than just, well, of course, then first and kindergarten standards required. So the well-elaborated event means talk about it for a few sentences. The second requirement, which is the biggest difference between first and second grade, by the way, but it talks about including details to describe actions, thoughts, and feelings in your events. So we're really looking for students to dig a little bit deeper into their own memory and recounting while they describe their event. They need to talk about not just what happened, but how they thought and what they felt in the midst of that. That's an important thing in this standard. The third requirement is using temporal words to help sequence events. Now, I highly recommend you introduce just organization using temporal words. First of all, temporal words are transition words that have to do with time. So first, second, next, or first, then, after, first, next, last, anything like that. But words having to do with time. And a lot of times we give students like mind maps or brain mapping types of worksheets to help them organize their writing, but we don't encourage them to actually use those words in their writing. So those words should be part of their writing. And finally, the last requirement for this standard is to provide some sense of closure, which is actually the same wording as first grade, but it's a little less clear than the first 2 writing standards in second grade, which require a closing statement. This just says a sense of closure, I think because it's just a little bit harder to end a story about yourself versus an opinion piece or an informative piece. But students should end with some sense of closure. A great way to do that would be to just talk about a feeling, how you felt about your day or your event. It was great, it was horrible, I would love to do it again, anything like that. That would be a sense of closure. Here is an example of what a well-elaborated single event final product might look like for a second grader. I'm just going to talk about a soccer game. It might look like this. I play soccer every weekend, but we had a big game last weekend. First, my family drove me to the soccer field. The other team was really good, and I thought we were going to lose. My team played hard. We scored 3 points and won in the end. I felt so proud of my team. I love playing soccer. That's an example of a well-elaborated single event where it has temporal words, it has thoughts and feelings, and a bit of action. I hope that is helpful for you in your second graders. Good luck writing your narrative.